Okay, and we're live. Hey, everybody. Had some technical difficulties over here, and we're going to work them out live on the spot. How you doing, K-Pro? Oh, so, okay, yeah, you're there, but can you hear me? You're muted. You're muted.
Can you?
Yeah, but it's real delayed. One, two, three, four, test. No? Yeah, it's real choppy. So her laptop doesn't have an Ethernet cord. I was going to plug her into the old cable modem, but there's the router, but there's not a Ethernet cord connection, which I don't understand on her PC. Give me a second. All right, K-Pro, I'll be right back. So you can try a different device. How is everybody doing? Yeah, we're also live on Facebook because I'm actually using StreamYard for once in a blue moon. We haven't used it in quite a while. So how's everybody doing out there? How do I sound? Am I all right? Laptops are all, yeah, but I didn't want to use Wi-Fi. I wanted to use Ethernet. So yeah, I understand. I guess you're saying there's supposed to be Wi-Fi. I'm thinking it's the device. I'm not sure what she was using, but let's see if the other one helps or not. It should be here in a minute. So we got a couple things to talk about. I didn't want to title it Forrest Fenn Treasure Found because we're going to talk about some other stuff. But there are two of which I find two interesting things about Forrest Fenn's treasure that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about a FOIA that was done way back in 2012. You guys are probably all familiar with it. But when I was looking around on the internets for some Forrest Fenn stuff, it popped up. Hey, Mike N. And I thought, that's actually pretty cool. And it's interesting. I want to talk about it. And then I want to talk about the solution. A lot of people are like, well, 9 Mile Hole's not it. 9 Mile Hole doesn't make sense. I've never heard anybody say what the clues are. So somebody recently posted what they thought the clues meant and kind of made sense to me. Hey, Davio, how's it going? So we're going to talk about that solution. And then there's a whole bunch of other things that are puzzle related we're going to go over, which I thought was cool and wanted to get the word out that there's some other things going on. All right. So how's everybody out there doing? Super chat's on. If you want to say hi, you want to donate, you want to say whatever. I'm still getting, yeah, switch over to YouTube. You son of a. Honey.
9%.
All right. There she is. Is that any better? And does that one have an Ethernet cord? Okay, you're in. It's just a little choppy. A little chop-o-matic. Nice, David. You want to try it? Oh, it means I'm going solo. What? I even made some coffee and everything.
No.
I haven't had coffee in a while. Well, we definitely got to get it figured out by the next stream. All right, I guess I am going solo. Yeah, unless you want to try somewhere else. I don't know. All right, we'll join the chat anyway, honey, because you can weigh in. I think you're going to weigh in on this FOIA thing, right? Because you knew about it. Most of you guys might know about it. So first thing I wanted to go over is a little website I found. You guys may be familiar with this one too. I think this might be Rudy's website. I'm not sure. Let's find out. Where was the Forrest Fenn treasure found? It's called fenchest.com. Is that Rudy's site? Do you know, K-Pro? She's not listening. Okay. Fenchest.com. Is that Rudy's website? She's not even watching the show, everybody. All right, hang on. I'm going to show you guys this website. Boop. There we go. So fennchest.com basically goes over the 9 Mile Hole thing. And because it links to Rudy's video, I thought maybe, oh, it's Bavetta's website. All right, thanks, Rudy. Because it was linked to your video. I thought maybe it was yours. So it's Bavetta's website. So these links, these different things I'm going to show, I'm just going to put, I'm going to put in the chat so you guys can look into to yourself. But the chest was found in Yellowstone and 9 Mile Hole. A lot of people are like, where? Well, that's it right there. And also this has the GPS. A lot of people have asked, what's the actual GPS? So right there is Fenn Rock, or actually right there is Fenn Rock. And right there was the chest location. And all the photos are here. There we go. The precise spot. Here's the GPS. There's links to Reddit. There's links to various things. There's the stick, or Rudy stick, as I call it. And yeah, gives you the log comparison. Pretty cool stuff. Actually, it's just nice to see it all in one place. fennchest.com. Back when Jack found it, back when Rudy found it. There it is. You can see the decomposing tree right here. So Jack describes searching 9 Mile Hole. I mean, it's really I wouldn't say yeah, I guess comprehensive is the right word. Yellowstone emails obtained by FOIA. And there we go. Summary. The chest was assuredly resting inside Yellowstone National Park and 9 Mile Hole. What about the poem? This page will not speculate on a solution to Forrest's poem. However, if you want to read one person's interpretation, you can read that here. Well, actually, I didn't see that. What is that? Let's go here. So then here's a walkthrough. All right, I'm not going to go through this just because I don't actually know what that one is. I haven't read that one before. But there is a searcher who posted it on our Facebook group, and he gave a little interpretation of what he thought the clues were. That I am going to read over. So his name's Peter. Thank you, Peter, for posting it on Facebook. I'm going to give his last name in case he didn't want me to. Zozo says use the blogs for entertainment only. Yeah, that was before the treasure was found, Zozo. Now we're the authority because there's no doc yet. So begin at Warm Waters Halt, Madison Junction. I'm not going to go into why WWH is Madison Junction. That's been talked about for years and years, right? Take it in the canyon down, not far, but too far to walk. Forrest Fenn rode his bike down this canyon many times as a kid, and as a kid is when the spot became his special place. So the bike is not too far, but too far to walk. And to me, that makes sense. And again, a lot of people are like, well, it's not a canyon. Well, it's Canyon Road. I don't care if it's a canyon or not. It's the name of a road. See what Forrest did there? Gotcha. Put in below the home of Brown. Get in the river downstream of Fenn Rock, where he and his family spent a lot of time together fishing for brown trout. Now, I know other people are like, but there's all kinds of homes of Browns along Madison where people search for or fish for brown trout, right? But the whole trick of the poem is you had to realize it's about Forrest and his family fishing. And I think that's the place where they fish for brown trout. That's why that is the home of Brown. From there's no place for the meek. Okay, check this one out. This one's interesting. The whole next stanza is referring to crossing the river. It gives you a direction, paints a picture of where and what you're doing. From there, it's no place for the meek, telling you that, yes, you do need to get in the water. Not everyone would or could at that point. The end is ever drawing nigh. The water is coming towards you on your left. That's the facing and walking direction. There'll be no paddle up your creek, again, direction. And to keep moving forward, crossing the river, there's no need to go up the river. Heavy loads in water high. This is a reassuring clue giving a wrong direction to not travel and keep crossing the river. If you go up the river, the current becomes faster and the water is deeper. So basically, there'll be no paddle up your creek, meaning don't go up or down the creek. But if you do, guess what? There's going to be heavy loads in water high. That's why you don't go that way. To me, it just resonated. It makes sense to me. If you've been wise and found the blaze, as soon as you reach the other side of the river, you should see the lightning scar on the tree, which was the blaze. Look quickly down, your quest to cease. The chest was at the base of that tree. No, you can't call me while I'm live, people. No, that was actually another treasure hunter. Okay. The chest was at the base of the tree, buried but not buried. You know, a lot of people are like, he said he didn't bury it, but he did. But if you can see the lid of something, is it really buried? That's why Forrest didn't want to answer the question, I think. And he put game over. It's really that simple. And I know it's hard to say Forrest Fenn's poem was simple, but in my opinion, that's what it was. So there we go. I'm glad all that's figured out. Nobody has any more questions ever on it. Oh, Christine Coonsey. Hey, Christine, we all know Christine Coonsey. She had her gallbladder removed. She said she's in the hospital listening. She can't comment, but she's listening. So hey, Christine, we hope you do. Hope you get better. Get out of the hospital. Get home. Get back to looking for the secret, and we hope you do okay. Are you watching, Christy, or no? Okay. All right. Then we go over to this FOIA information. So I was on the internet looking around for some Forrest Fenn material, thumbnail, and I came across the government website on the FOIAs. And I'm not going to put this one in the chat, but if anybody wants this link, it'll take you to all the email exchanges between Forrest and Yellowstone National Park. And this is going all the way back to 2012, everybody. And I'm happy to send you the link. They redacted names and they redacted email addresses. So I don't know the actual searcher they're referring to here, but I think a lot of you are already familiar with this. But if you're not, check it out. There basically was a searcher that emailed Yellowstone National Park and said, hey, I'm coming there to find the Forrest Fenn treasure. And this was back in 2014, October of 2014. Well, somebody from Yellowstone emailed Forrest about it. Let me actually read it. Hang on, because I don't want to get it wrong. There's a lot of back and forth between Forrest and I think another searcher. I'm not exactly sure because, again, the emails are redacted. But the Yellowstone Park email, Tara Ross, West District Ranger, Yellowstone National Park, those aren't redacted. So basically says, hey, I don't know why this one sticks out. There's a reason she emailed Forrest about it, and I don't know exactly what it is. But she says this searcher says they're coming to the park to find the treasure. We have had several treasure hunters in the park. I'm not sure why exactly we should pay attention to this one. I assumed it was a hoax that had no purpose. And then this is what, hang on. This is another thing from the park ranger to Forrest. If you have property in a certain location and you are concerned about it being found, you might want to contact our law enforcement office. Feel free to call me as well. And that's from Tara Ross, which I thought was interesting. But Forrest's response is even more interesting. And that is so-and-so, it's redacted. So-and-so is believed to be a blank in a certain state, which I'm not going to mention. A website link and photograph believed to be of the individual is below, and that's blanked out as well. But here's the important part. This is from Forrest to this Tara Ross person who at the Yellowstone National Park. Suggests the Yellowstone Rangers be on the lookout for this individual, most probably using a rental car, and search his vehicle before he departs the park. Should the treasure chest be in blanked out's possession, it should be confiscated, and it is respectfully requested that it is returned to the original owner, Forrest Fenn. Contact details below. And it's got Forrest signed Forrest Fenn, his name, the address, Forrest telephone, and email, which are redacted out. So Forrest basically said, hey, if you be on the lookout for this searcher, and he gives a picture of the person. And you guys may have already been aware of this, but I wasn't, or if I was, I don't remember it because, again, this is back in 2014, before a lot of us even got involved in the search. Forrest says, hey, there's a searcher coming to Yellowstone National Park. Be on the lookout for this person. I suggest the Rangers search his car, and in the event that you find the treasure chest, take possession of it and return it to me. I mean, isn't that crazy? That is crazy, Kiwi said. And we've all come out to find that that searcher was Copper Dan. No, just kidding. It was not Copper Dan. I have no idea who the searcher was because it's redacted. But the reason I bring it up is with the 9 Mile Hole solution, a lot of people are saying, well, it doesn't fit what Forrest said. Forrest said this, and that doesn't fit 9 Mile Hole. Well, there's a lot of things Forrest said that I don't think fit. And one of them is, if you find it, you can keep it. Well, not this searcher. Forrest said, hey, Yellowstone, if this searcher finds it, you need to confiscate it and give it back to me. So not everything Forrest said, I think we can take at face value. Forrest kind of picked and chose what he wanted to do with his treasure hunt. Right or wrong, it's just the way it is. And that also he told Yellowstone National Park, if this guy has my treasure chest, confiscate it and return it to me. That's another clue, I think. Another hint from Forrest Fenn's own email that it was located inside Yellowstone National Park. Just my opinion, but I do believe it to be true. Because I've had a couple people recently just say, "How can you be so delusional to think it was in Yellowstone National Park?" Of course they think their solution is right, and that's just K-Pro. But other than that, yeah. Ronald says, obviously Fenn didn't want Yellowstone to keep it. Fenn then can gift it properly. Yeah, no. Forrest said confiscate it. Forrest wasn't giving it to the searcher, in my opinion. But because Forrest, well, yeah, when he said confiscate it, I don't know. That's a good point. I understand what you're saying. You're saying Forrest said take it, and then I can give it back to me and I'll gift it to him. But something tells me for this person, he wasn't going to give it to him. But Galaxy says, couldn't that just be Forrest using sarcasm? I don't think you're going to email Yellowstone National Park and be sarcastic, are you? I don't know. But see, people have different opinions of it. I never thought of it that way. Thanks, Nomadic. Appreciate it. Okay, so that's what that is. And again, I have the link to that if anybody actually wants to go through these emails. There's more emails than just that. There's a back and forth between Forrest and Yellowstone National Park way back from 2014. Okay, that's the Forrest Fenn part. If you don't care about anything else, drop off. But maybe you should stay on because I think there's some pretty cool ciphers and puzzles that I've found recently that you may not be aware of. So let's jump into those real quick. The first one is. No, that's where I just was. The first one is for anybody that lives in Ohio. There is a treasure hunt that just started for anybody that lives in Ohio. And that's right here. This is a little bit different. And StreamYard, there we go. Will's Treasure Hunt. This is a group on Facebook. You can go and join it. Will's Treasure Hunt. I'm going to put the link in the chat for anybody that lives in Ohio or is close enough to go get it. I have hidden a treasure with approximate value of $2,000. It's within a 100-mile radius of, and then it cuts off. That's nice. But check it out. All these silver coins are in there. I'm assuming this is the guy. Somebody said it's already found 10 hours ago. And he says, nope, it's still out there. I'll announce it publicly when it's found. So I think this is Will. I think this is the guy who set this up. So yeah, some gold, some silver out there to be found. It's basically, this is it right here. This is the poem is the treasure. These are the clues, that lead you to the treasure. Take your family and have some fun in finding this treasure. There can only be one. And there it goes. This poem consists of 12 clues. Those clues, if deciphered correctly, will lead you to the buried treasure. Now, right there, it says East Fork Lake. Anybody know where East Fork Lake is in Ohio? So there you go. That's the first one. Well, the treasure hunt amusement park, it just gets bigger and bigger. You get to decide which ride you want to ride, but they're there. Oh, yeah, here's an interesting one. This is intotheabyss.net, another one I came across recently. And this one is I don't know if this treasure hunt is still going on. It's the 12-mile hole, somebody said. Wow, that's how long it's been on the soundboard. Hang on. Let me try that again. It's a 12-mile hole. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Uh-oh. K-Pro says, you said you don't want to hear stories from Cynthia or Dale or Justin. So no. Yep. Not tonight, everybody. Not tonight. Skateboard's pretty much like nobody posts on Discord now because of a bunch of jerks. Okay. Here it is. When there's news about the chase, you guys know that me and K-Pro will go live and talk about it. Or not, K-Pro just said, or not. All right, intotheabyss.net, solving Christopher Mason's maze and the genre of the immersive puzzle. Who knows the book, The Maze? It goes into Masquerade, Book Without a Name. These are the old school treasure hunts, right? This is what got us, a lot of us, into it. Yeah, Hooley says Discord's what you make of it, K-Pro. There you go. Treasure in Search of the Golden Horse. Who remembers that one? I do. I worked on that one. That was a video game too. A Treasure's Trove, A Clock Without a Face. But there's this book called Maze, and I don't know if it's been solved or if the treasure is still there. Wow, the paperback goes for $96 on Amazon because it's so old. Anybody remember this? There was a bunch of rooms, and somebody was just telling me about this recently. It might have been Nick Spera. I'm not sure, but I think it was Nick. Somebody was just telling me about this book Maze. Well, this is and again, the $96. I didn't realize it was that expensive. Again, this is hang on. This is a website dedicated to solving that book. Now, I don't know if the full solution is on here or not, but for anybody that's into it, go check it out. Find out yourself. Let me get back to it. So you got the first page, Maze, an owl book. It came out in 1985 by Christopher Manson. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It goes through every single page, and everybody here is commenting on what the solutions were, what they think the solution was. So I think it's cool that this guy just put up a website dedicated to this treasure hunt book. I'm not sure what the prize was back then, and I'm not sure if anybody actually solved it. But anybody that's interested in an old school treasure hunt from 1985, here you go. And that's intotheabyss.net. Ellie says, highly recommend Will's Hunt. That's the Ohio one. Haven't heard of the rest of these. Exactly. That's why we're going over them, because I didn't hear about any of these either. So there's a couple more. Nefarious, or Nefarious, however you want to pronounce it. I should make K-Pro go to see this movie with me. There's a movie coming out called Nefarious. Speak of the Devil. Want to go see that, K-Pro? Yeah, she said no. Maybe we should watch the trailer. Here, let's watch the trailer without any sound on. There we go. It's a movie. It's coming out in the theaters. Nefarious movie on YouTube. On the day of his scheduled execution, a convicted serial killer gets a psychiatric evaluation during which he claims he is a demon, and further claims that before their time is over, the psychiatrist will commit 3 murders of his own. What do you think, K-Pro? You want to go see it? Oh, yeah. She's not listening, so she's probably on Discord complaining about stuff. So this guy says he's a demon, and he tells the psychiatrist, you're going to kill 3 people before we're done here. Okay? So you say, well, so what? That's not a treasure hunt, Cowlazars, but it is, because check it out. If you go to whoisnefarious.com, whoisnefarious.com, it gives you the trailer, but check it out. Whoisnefarious.com, the Nefarious Files. We're asking for the public's help to find 12 keys in 12 cities that will open 12 different boxes, each containing 12 unique artifact clues to solve a final mystery. The OSR will give you access to the nefarious files seized from Edward Wayne Brady's cell to help you in the search. Solve the mysteries, find the keys, unlock the box of artifacts. So you go to the nefariousfiles.com. Here we go. So it's a treasure hunt, basically into a movie, a promo for a movie, which we haven't seen this done in a while, right? I remember Steven Spielberg movie did it. Edward Wayne Brady's on death row for 6 murders, claiming to be under the control of a demon. Brady is being given a psychiatric evaluation to determine if he's mentally fit. Edward has communicated to us that he has hidden 12 keys in 12 cities that unlock 12 chests. When we searched his jail cell, we found an old typewriter and 12 folders that contain clues to finding each of the keys. Find the keys. Again, the movie comes out April 14th. The movie's not out. pause that. So there's audio on the bottom. Pleased to meet you. I hope you guess my name. What movie? Or what do you think the answer is, guys? Pleased to meet you. I hope you guess my name. Any Rolling Stone fans out there? K-Pro, pleased to meet you. I hope you guess my name. No? Yeah. What? No, not Aerosmith. Rolling Stones. You saw the Rolling Stones in concert? Wow. One for K-Pro. She's seen the Stones in concert. So what's the answer? Pleased to meet you. I hope you guess my name. What's the song about? Who's it about? No, not sex. Nobody's got it. Gallatin says Lucifer, but that's too many letters. Lucifer is right. That is Sympathy for the Devil. There we go. So the answer is devil. D-E-V-I-L. Rolling Stone songs, right? Sympathy for the Devil. And then, look at that. All the keys are found. Literally 3 days ago when I came across this, all the keys have not been found. So that's interesting. So you can put in your name here. Wow, that's crazy. They found them all. So I guess the word got out. There were still 6 that had not been found when I looked at this earlier this week. So you can see it was Pacific West. Can you go into it? Oh, wow. So maybe it's over. Well, sorry, guys. I thought it'd be something cool you guys could work on. I don't know what the prizes were, though. I don't know. That's how these treasure hunts work. You got to get on it, right? You got to get on it and solve it. Just not Xavier Marks, apparently. That one doesn't work that way. All right. Well, that one's been solved. But if anybody wants to see Nefarious, the movie, I wonder if there's anything in the movie itself related. Probably it was just promo stuff for the movie, but still, it was a treasure hunt in 12 cities, which I thought was kind of cool. All right, moving on. What else do we have? What else do we have? There's somebody. Oh, yeah, okay. So the creator of this website actually reached out to me. Check it out. It is another treasure hunt. And I haven't emailed him back yet, but I thought I'd go ahead and show you guys. mytreasureadventures.com. mytreasureadventures.com. $6,000 prize. Interested in joining the hunt to find the buried treasure? Below you can see how the game works, how to play, and frequently asked questions. Purchase tickets. Let's see how much it costs. Click to purchase our virtual hunt ticket. Please find your state on the map below. So I think this is almost like the Candyman. They're saying they hid something in all 50 states. But what I don't know is it $6,000 per state or is it only one $6,000 prize? There will be a token hidden somewhere in each state. Anyone that wants to play will have to create an account and purchase a ticket for $55 per team. At the specified date and time, it varies by state, a clue will be released as to the whereabouts of the hidden token. You can play in any state you choose as long as you've purchased a ticket. Then you or your team try to solve the clues to figure out where the token is hidden. You can research it and get in your car and go get it. The first ticket holder to physically find it and contact us will receive $6,000. So I do think they mean $6,000 per state. Didn't Candyman do $10,000 per state? Candyman and Stephanie? So this is similar. And this person actually emailed me and said, hey, here's my website. You know, if you have any questions, I just haven't got back to her yet. So there it is, everybody. mytreasureadventures.com. Clues may be in different forms, including riddles, word puzzles, pictures, maps, hints, etc. If you find it, take a photo, email us, blah, blah, blah. Looks like maybe they've done. Wow, they even put their phone number on here. Calls will come from Hershey, Pennsylvania. We will contact you as soon as possible to verify you are a winner. And they put the phone number. I don't know if they should have done that. All right. Do I have to live in and then there you go. So every state though, guys, and I don't know if any of these have started yet. Charity. So apparently some of the money goes to charity. 3 nonprofits will receive 50 cents of each ticket sold. All right. It's $55, right? Tickets. Let's see if we click on Nevada. Let's see. Nevada 2023 treasure hunt with $6,000 grand prize. Okay, Christy. Saturday, August 26th is when they're doing Nevada. So if we, think feel like doing it, then check it out. Nevada's a big state though. So interesting idea. mytreasureadventures.com, everybody. One treasure hunt is enough for me. Well, which one you working on? Don't say the Forrest Fenn one. That one's over. I don't know if you guys knew that, but that one's over. All right. How about LLC and Justin updates? Gossip, gossip. We want gossip. Now, you know what? When I'm done, do you want to come over here and get on? Then you can talk to him. If you want, we'll switch. Huh? Yeah, she said maybe. She said if you guys are nice. All right. But I'm not done yet, guys. There's more treasure hunts out there. I think we're coming to the end, though. Let me see what else we got. Nefarious. We did that one. Oh, yeah, here's one. Some of you guys know Samantha and the Zooms. We've been doing some Xavier Marks Zooms. Yeah, PJ Bass says it'll cost me $6,000 just to go there. Well, if it's in your state and you get lucky and it's in your town, maybe not. Yeah, that's the whole thing is, will you get lucky? Some of you guys know Samantha. She's an Xavier Marks searcher with the rest of us. She's on Mysterious Writings. She put out her own treasure hunt for free, and it's called Cupid's Arrow. If you go to Mysterious Writings and look up Cupid's Arrow, you can see the prize is $3,500 cash, everybody. $3,500. And the treasure hunt is absolutely free. So if anybody out there could use $3,500 cash, check it out. alienruins.com/love is in the air. Cupid's Arrow, a treasure hunt. These are the rules. And then right here, you download the PDF. It's just a PDF. There is no end date, but we expect it to be solved. The prize claim no later than February 14th, 2024. Get it? Valentine's Day. All official hints will be on mysteriouswritings.com. There's already a hint she put up. First hint was February 14th. I haven't worked on this at all. I did download the PDF, but I haven't really worked on it. Yeah, it is very cool, isn't it, Hooli? So yeah, you guys check it out. Again, it's absolutely free, and somebody's going to get $3,500. Maybe we should do a Zoom on this on Cupid's Arrow to see if we could group again. It is a boots on the ground. You got to go get a proxy item. We have no idea where in the U.S. it is, so maybe we could at least narrow it down. Instructions on how to claim the prize will be found with the proxy item. Okay. So there's another one, another ride in the Treasure Hunt Amusement Park. And then and then we got to talk about our old friend, Bart K. Me and Sassy were just talking about this on the Zoom last night. Check it out. You guys remember the Hunt for History? It was a treasure hunt. I know Brian P. and Sassy remember. And who else was part of the group? I always forget. Mike was part of the group. Is it Father Terry? I can't remember who all was part of the group for Father Terry for Hunt for the History, but Beefagetti, I think it was Chuck. Bart K did the Hunt for History. It was in Indiana. If you guys remember, like 2 years ago, if you guys have been watching the vlog, he sent me the pirate map. He sent me the clues. I did a show on it like 2 years ago. That group finally found it, which is awesome. So now he has come out with a second treasure hunt. Nope. Share screen. Boom, boom, boom. There it is. TTOKA.org. Here's the link in the chat. TTOKA.org. Your quest begins here. Order your copy of the Treasures of Known Aim. TTOKA. The Treasures of Known Aim. And join the search. Choose the basic comb-bound edition or the limited edition genuine leather-bound replica of the Fool's Journal. Either way, you'll feel great knowing 25% of each book goes to the Big Brothers, Big Sisters of America. So we don't know what the prize is, though. Bart K is kind of tight-lipped about his treasure hunts. There's Bart and there's Lisa. And yeah, it's kind of like a beacon star. We don't know what the treasure is, but I have been assured it is some kind of a treasure hunt. Again, the Treasures of Known Aim. So if anybody's interested, if anybody orders it, please let me know. I'm probably going to go ahead and order it. What? Known Aim is a famous Native American warrior who was the first son of Shot in the Dark. He got me. Yeah, you got me. You got me. I thought you were serious. Great U.S. treasure hunt. How are you? Let us know what you got going on when the time is right. Terms and conditions. All states are final. No refunds. Blah, blah, blah. See, nowhere does this say it is a treasure hunt. So it's interesting. But I know Bart K. I know how he did the Hunt for History. So look at that book. That's pretty nice. I mean, I think it cost $150 for this part of the book. but I want to check it out. Now, wait a minute. How do we order here? Hang on. How do we order? Shopping cart. Keep up. Oh, it's not out yet. All right. I thought it was actually available. But this is when it is available to purchase, this is the website. Oh, wait. Yeah, out of stock. Okay. I thought it was actually out. It's not out yet. But when it does come out, I'm sure he'll let us know. TTOKA.org. Shot in the dark. I get it. All right, great U.S. treasure hunt. Let's go. Let's get it going. Spring is here. And summer is coming. And then there's a final one, everybody. I do want to mention the Hope Chest. That's actually who called me while I was live. The Hope Chest Hunt. Chris Dotson. You guys know him. He wrote his own book. He wrote his own memoir. He did what Forrest said. He's putting up $50,000 of his own money. The Hope Chest Hunt. 5 tags, 5 states. The first tag has been found. I don't know about second tag, but here he is. That's him. That's Chris. Look at that. This was there's some kind of a convention or booth he set up in Kentucky. Look at that chest. This is the artwork that's in the book. I mean, he's really gone all out. So the book is like $90. It's a little steep, but the prize is $50,000. Nemo says you should have Bart on to discuss. I will. When the book's available, I'll see if he wants to come on, Nemo, for sure. So I'd be interested. I'm going to get the leather-bound journal book. That looks pretty cool. Yeah, so the hopechesthunt.com. There it is, the hopechesthunt.com. $50,000. We have it. It's over here on the treasure hunting bookshelf. It's a good book. It's a good read. So I hope Chris is doing well. And finally, not lastly, but finally, that makes sense. This was an interesting one. If you go to this website right here, boom, TOBORDAB.com. If you go to that website, I just put in the chat, it takes you here. Check it out. Remember, thumbs up if you like treasure hunts. Subscribe to the channel. We're all going to go live on YouTube, on Facebook as well as YouTube from now on. And we'll just have more and more stuff coming. But K-Pro is going to have updates. Going to have updates to the Forrest Fenn Treasure when the updates are available. So, she will. Unless you guys piss her off, then I'm going to have to do the updates. You'd rather hear it from K-Pro. Okay, check it out. If you go to TOBORDAB.com, come up with this. Ready for a challenge? Decipher the mystery by decoding each of the following challenges to advance to the next. Should you succeed, you will be handsomely rewarded. Keep the clues to yourself and don't share your findings. Maybe there are times when mystery is more important than knowledge. Look at that. Mystery is more important than knowledge. That's interesting. Little takeoff on the Forrest Fenn saying. Mystery is more important than knowledge. But if you look at the website, I'm going to put it in the chat one more time. It is Bad Robot in reverse. And everybody who watches movies knows that Bad Robot is Spielberg's production company, right? Bad Robot. So this is something having to do with them. Ready for a challenge? Let's just do it. Yeah, there's the symbol for Bad Robot. They've done all kinds of movies, right? So let's just see what it says. Switchboard. And I do full screen. This says switchboard. So it's like an interactive website thing. I don't know how many puzzles there are. I don't know what you get at the end, but I like a good mystery, don't you? So how do we solve this? Continue. No. All right. You can't continue because we haven't solved it yet. 01. It's called switchboard. This is it. Okay, these are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Continue. So there must be a pattern. There's got to be some logic that we're not seeing here. But yeah. Look at the title name, everybody. This is a Randy. Look at the title name. Yeah, Fibonacci. Treasure Hunt Cash got it. Have you already done it, guys? Have you already seen it? Have you seen this website before? Because I have not. But from what I understand, it's been around a long time. This is nothing new. It's been out there a long time. Spielberg is Amblin Entertainment. Right. Bad Robot is like the production company or something, Dustin. So Fibonacci, just off the top of my head, you guys help me out. It's 1, 1 is 2, 2, 1 is 3, 3, 2 is 5, 5, 3 is 8, 13, right? 8 plus 5 is 13. Oh, there we go. All right. See? Gabi and Adage Piano Company. Google Translate. Okay, so I'm not going to go through the whole thing tonight. Lisa Smith says, read my last comment. Lisa Smith, where's your last comment? I don't see your last comment. There it is. Ooh, Lisa Smith says, hey, Cowlazars. Here, hey, interested in a hunt with $500,000 worth of gold coins, stamps, baseball cards, most gold and coins from Rome, Israel. Book involved. Key has to be found. Oh, yeah, I heard about this. This is the pastor that did the treasure hunt, right? I heard about it, Lisa. Do you have the book? I was wondering if anybody had the book. Does anybody have that link? Because I'll show it. I'm happy to show the website. Somebody sent it to me, or maybe I saw it on Facebook. Basically, there's a pastor of a church that is doing a treasure hunt to raise money for his church. And they list all the treasures that are part of this thing. And it's in the Appalachian Mountains in the U.S., in the Midwest. The FIBA new that's pretty good, Packer Jack. The FIBA Matucci gallery code. Get it, K-Pro? Matucci and Fibonacci. FIBA Matucci. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, cool. Then Lisa, when you get it, let me know. I want to know what you think of the book, and maybe I'll get it, but I want to hear from you first. So please email me, cowlazars@gmail.com. But I read they had a video on it, right? Do you know the YouTube channel? Because I'll show it. I just can't. I don't know what the link is right away. I thought I bookmarked that one a while ago, but maybe I didn't. So yeah, that Bad Robot one looks pretty cool. If anybody wants to get together and kind of go through them, maybe we could even Zoom on that one of these days. Okay, let's go on to the next one. I don't know how to solve this one yet, but aren't you sick of the BS, K-Pro? Somebody asked you. I don't know what BS they're talking about, but there's so many things they could be referring to. Let me go to this one more time. Can't we all just talk about treasure hunts? Yeah, I guess. Perry Stone on YouTube. All right, I'll bring it up. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate it. I've totally spaced on that one, but I did hear about it. So this has got to be a song of some kind to get you through. I'm just not exactly sure what it would be. But if everybody wants to work on this, we can do a Zoom on it. But again, see, I think that stuff's fun. You go to a website, try and solve puzzles. Don't know what's at the end. Don't know how many puzzles. You just do it for the fun. Oh, great U.S. treasure hunt says solve the piano. I'm on number 3. Just now, you literally just did it now. That's awesome. Or were you working on it already? All right, Perry Stone on YouTube. Perry Stone's got a treasure hunt, everybody. Perry Stone. We should say pasture Perry Stone. And this one, I wouldn't usually I just get a book. If there's a treasure hunt, I just order it. But this one, I want to wait for you or anybody else to tell me what the book is. Look into Midday Blue Apples via Mysterious Writings. Is that one of yours, Candy? Candy does treasure hunts. Look into Midday Blue Apples. All right, I'll check it out. I'm assuming it's a treasure hunt, right? You might have a treasure in your house. Perry Stone. There it is. So this is the video, guys. I'm not going to play it because we probably get copyright strike. But check it out. Perry Stone, this is the YouTube video, which will tell you all about his treasure hunt. Boom. Join the Appalachian Treasure Hunt, Perry Stone. There's the website, perrystone.org. There it is, guys. perrystone.org. I just wonder, is it ciphers? Is it, what is it? Obviously, there's going to be a book cipher on the Bible. Get it? You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. I'll probably order it. I don't know how much it costs. Find a hidden key and win approximately $500,000 worth of valuable items. America's first Christian treasure hunt. K-Pro. It's America's first Christian treasure hunt. Download the app. Wow, he's got an app. Tour Israel. Okay. Okay, then we got the end of the world. Okay, so there you go. There's another treasure hunt. Nice. Packer Jack is back on. It's good to see you, Packer Jack. It's been a little while since we visited the treasure hunt amusement park together, isn't it? Okay, so there's that one, which I forgot about. The piano, we may have to come back to that. There were a couple other ones. Do you guys remember a little treasure hunt called The Incredible Hunt? Do you remember? Because we worked on it for like 2 months straight. 2 of them got solved, and now everybody just dropped the ball. Everybody just let it go. We hid 6 treasure chests across America, $10,000 each. These are the cards. I mean, this stuff, you should order it. And you can use discount code Cowlazars. I forgot. I totally forgot that he gave me a discount code. Remember the weekly rush? We were Friday nights. We were all on the computer trying to solve the weekly rush. We stopped doing them, unfortunately, but it was a lot of fun. Those weekly rushes were a lot of fun. He's got lists to other treasure hunts. Xavier Marks, Legend of Avarice. Those guys are still out there. 2,600. The Hare on the Moon, Cracked, Professor F, Cracked, and the Orange Tree. And then here's the leaderboard. Remember that? I mean, this guy, it's really nice how he did it. Now he discounted it. It used to be $50 for the box to be mailed to you. Now it's $45. I don't know if the Cowlazars discount code still works, but try it if you want to order it. And we should get back into this. It's epic and fun when you win 10 grand. I'll tell you that. And I was part of the group that were nice enough to give me $1,000 because I helped out a little bit. Nemo went boots on the ground. Nemo knows. Oh, nice. Julie says she picked it up this weekend. And the book for Perry Stones is $35. That's not that bad. I thought it was going to be like $75 or more. So I got to order it. It's a treasure hunt book. I got to order it. And when I get the Perry Stone book, I'll do a review on it. Maybe I'll make Gabriel read it too. So there's 446 people involved in the incredible hunt. He's got a leaderboard, which is really a cool idea. Mindy found one of them in Georgia. Mindy and her partners found one. Chest number 2, the wheel, was found. And chest number 5, the final test, was Magic Rabbit. That's Laurel. And Nemo was the one who went boots on the ground. I was part of that team. But there's $40,000 left to find on this, guys. I'd love to start doing Zooms on these again. We all got stuck. I mean, that's what happened is we worked on it so much, so hard, so fast, so furious, is that we finally, Fenny Bones, I agree with that. We finally got burnt out on it is what happened. But we got to get to it. We got to get back to it because there's still money to be found out there. And, for some people, it's not even the money. It's just trying to figure out the solutions. If you don't know, the way it worked is the card will give you a phone number. You got to be registered in order for that phone number to work for you, but you get messages. You go to the website, you put in various things. It was a lot of fun. So the incredible hunt, still out there, guys, still waiting to be found. Talked about the Hope Chest, right? Okay. Oh, we're going to talk about Xavier Marks at the end. Don't worry. I'm not forgetting about Xavier Marks. I wanted to point this one out. Oh, here's the Wonderland treasure. You guys, we've talked about this one before. I happened to come across the website, so I thought I'd put it out here. WonderlandTreasure.com, the Hatter's Riddle. I thought he had 2 or 3 treasure hunts, and one of them got solved. Solve one riddle to claim a real-world treasure, January 2023. This must be the other one he did. Jacobson's the author, right? Best riddles. I bought this one. It's about riddles. Definitely hard. Definitely not easy. The Hatter's Riddle treasure cache. So some small stuff, some rings, some silver. I did get the book. Read it and said, okay, that one's not for me. But it's out there on Amazon if you want it. And then this guy is also the one that did the Alice in Wonderland. Some of the other ones. Go back to the homepage. There it is, the Wonderland treasure. It's just one of them got solved. Mysterious Writings will have it. I just can't remember which one, but one of his got solved already. One book will reveal its location. The chest, little gold in there, huh? Well, there it is, the Hatter's hat. I'm just not sure if this is the one that was solved or not. I've got that one as well. But there's actually a different one I'm looking for. And then K-Pro is going to come over and say hi to everybody for a while. There we go. There's somebody on YouTube we all know, if you've heard his podcast. That man is called George Ward, everybody. And on YouTube, he is the secret. How he got the secret, how he actually got that name before anybody else, I don't know. but he's got a video out, and he goes over cipher, puzzle, and treasure hunt basics, number station, and one-time pads. I thought it was just cool. So I just wanted to link to George's YouTube channel because he's going over how you solve certain things, probably the basics of treasure hunting. So check it out. Yeah, it looks. I mean, I get into codes. You know what I mean? I like this kind of stuff. You may not, and that's okay. But he's going over it. So the secret on YouTube, he's got 1,800 subscribers. He goes over a bunch of stuff, ciphers, puzzles, number stations, right? And he's just got a lot of different things. It's basically kind of like our YouTube channel. It's just a place for George to talk about what he wants to talk about. But that he's starting to go over ciphers and solutions, I thought was interesting. So go give it a listen. Go give it a subscribe if that's your type of thing. And I think, oh, wait, there's one more. This one, I have no idea what it's about, but I thought I'd bring it up. The Quest for the Golden Monkey. No, it's not an adult movie. Solve the clues to find a golden monkey and claim your reward. Is a treasure hunt for 3 small golden monkey figures, each hidden on public land somewhere in the American Midwest. I just came across this, or, a lot of people email me stuff, so maybe he emailed it to me. Beginning in April 2023, so it hasn't started yet. Clues will be published on the 15th of each month for the next year. Properly deciphered, the 12 clues will reveal the secret locations of the 3 hidden monkeys. So what's the prize, I wonder? I don't know what you get. Oh, $125. $125 reward per game piece. So kind of cool. You can register. I don't know if it's free. The Ohio Stone, maybe this is another one in Ohio, but yeah, check it out. This stuff is out there. You got to kind of dig around a little bit to find it. But there is stuff out there, and maybe it's in your city. And you want to take the kids, get outside. Kind of what Forrest wanted, right? I don't know if he wanted us crossing rivers. Oh, no, he did. I forgot. Forrest did want us to cross rivers. That's right. Okay. And that brings us to a little treasure hunt called Xavier Marks. Been putting a lot of time on this one recently, a lot of time and effort. XavierMarks.com. If you don't have the book, go order it. It's on Amazon. You can get it for a little bit cheaper on BookBaby. The links are on their website. And also for iPhone people only, Apple only, there is a PDF. Why it's only Apple, I don't know, but that's how they decided to do it. $10,000. It is in New York, confirmed. No. There it is. You can purchase the book at BookBaby. This is the one I'm currently focused on. It's a good book. We can't figure it out. Nobody can figure it out. I guess that's why it's not solved. $18.99 for the paperback, $9.99 for the Apple EPUB. Xavier Marks and the Missing Masterpieces. K-Pro's got some theories. Some friends of ours have some theories, and we've been doing Zooms. Hey, Hillary, you didn't think I would forget, did you? We've been doing some Zooms, and we've got a couple things figured out. They have a YouTube channel. You guys should go check out Xavier Marks on YouTube. I'll put that link in the chat as well. And we're having a lot of fun with it. If you don't have the book, buy it and come join our Zooms. And let's try and solve this thing. It is in New York. They've got a lot of celebrities giving out clues. We're having a hard time trying to figure out what the clues mean as well. If you're a nerd, you know who this guy is. There he is. If you're a nerd, you know who that guy is. But they've done a great job getting the word out. So Xavier Marks and the Missing Masterpieces. Yeah, Hillary and Sean are friends. If you didn't know, Sean won our poker tournament this year. It was pretty awesome. And we're having a lot of fun with the book. If you are interested in doing a group Zoom on Xavier Marks or any of these other treasure hunts, email me, cowlazars@gmail.com. I tell you to email K-Pro, but she will not email you back. It could have been 15K if Xavier hadn't blown it. That's right. Hillary actually bet Xavier to win the NCAA basketball championship, but they lost Friday night. But still pretty cool. She bet it was $100 to win $5,000, right? Talk about a long shot. But that didn't win, unfortunately. But you never know. Maybe they'll add to the prize pool a different way down the road. But it's going on 2 years, I think, not solved. We know it's New York, finally confirmed. And, yeah, we're having a lot of fun. I think if a lot of the major players in the Forrest Fenn treasure hunt got involved, I'm looking at you, Copper Dan, Packer Jack. Ben and Alan are already involved, but they're doing their own thing. I think we could probably solve this. Vertigo, Hooli, Candy. I haven't heard Candy talk about Xavier Marks at all. And all the other people that I'm missing. Zozo, I'm looking at you. Nemo. Well, Nemo's involved. Debbie K, I know she's in the Zooms. Yeah, if we all came together, I bet we could solve it. But So there it is. I think I'm done. You gonna come over, K-Pro? Yeah? Oh, K-Pro's got something to say, everybody. Now you're in trouble. So yeah, the Treasure Hunt Amusement Park is alive and well. It's open. There's a lot of rides. Hillary says absolutely. Yeah, there's stuff out there, guys. There's treasure waiting to be found. There's a saying that says there's more gold or treasure hidden in the earth than all the gold that we have. Something like that. In other words, there's a lot of stuff out there to find. And some people leave clues so you can find it, just like Forrest Fenn did. X marks the spot. No soup for you. No idea what that means. All right. Oh, and how could I forget? Thank you for reminding me. Ben also has a little treasure hunt called The Impossible Poem with those Shiloh / Forrest Fenn flies. The Impossible Poem. It's out there. I want to say Colorado, but I haven't really got into yours for some reason, Ben. I don't know. You put a date on it, and I wasn't sure if it's out there yet. But Discord is where you want to join to know about The Impossible Poem. So Treasure Warriors has their own treasure hunt going as well. What's that? Yeah, there's a website for it as well. Okay, here's K-Pro, everybody. Thumbs up for K-Pro. Hopefully there's no red button involved.
Okay. I'm just going to note for the chat that we have 7 TVs in this house. I don't watch TV. I just want my computer to work. But we have 7 TVs and they all work for video games. He's not listening. He is not seeing what I'm throwing down to him right now. Not very happy. We have 50,000 comic books. We have 7 TVs. I have a computer that does not work. Okay, so let's talk. Let's see. We have a lot to talk about. So some of you, well, it's a 2-hour show because he talked on Monday nights about other stuff. The Treasure Hunt Amusement Park has one spotlight right now, and it has been for 1,025 days. So here is, priorities, Mike, if that's your real name. Okay, so here's the deal. I have been putting up, let's see, I've been doing a daily count when we started at about 1,015. Because if you did not know it, God, this is awful. Okay, I'm going to try to, this is not my thing here. Okay, so here's what's happened. If you were a part of the Forrest Fenn Treasure Hunt, you know that June 6th, 2020 was an important day. I call that day 1. And from there, we have waited now. Today is 1,025 days for the answers. If you didn't know and if you did not see, you got to go see. Ben kind of had a frustrated moment. He is positive now, but I think, and we had this debate yesterday in Discord, he was very frustrated and he got a little negative because Shiloh expressed his frustration with the search community in wanting answers before he's ready to put it out. It's kind of the family story. And the exact quote that was given is, "Searchers are greedy and selfish for not waiting." That frustrated Ben. Ben went nuclear, as we say. And he did. Ben and Shiloh have talked it out. So he's okay. He's still in a good place. I am not as much in a positive place. So Shiloh did give a timeline to Ben. I think it was Ben, or maybe it was Cynthia when he had dinner and drinks with Cynthia. I'm not sure where exactly. But this was like 2 weeks ago. So he has said it's a 6 to 9 month window, and he's going to be putting out the story that he believes the family deserves to put out. So basically that's 9 months from now. So I added a couple days, and basically that is 1,305 days until January 1st, 2024. Ben and I have, it's only a $2 bet, but it's a $2 bill bet. That's kind of a family tradition in my family of a $2 bet. He thinks it's going to be out by January 1st, which is 1,305 days. So today we are at 1,025 days of, where's that? Of 1305. That is when we will have our epic and fun in the chase, Shiloh's story, what we're not allowed to put out, etc. So we have about what? 300 days left, a little over 300 days left. Yeah, 1305. I love that. 305 because we have some ha updates in a second. So we are to wait for the epicness. Now, Cynthia went to, because there's been this famous, and I just picked the January 1st date. It was basically like December 26th or 7th or something if you added 6 to 9 months. I went on the outer part of that in case there's a little bit of a delay. So basically, Shiloh has said by the end of this calendar year, the epic and fun will be out. I am not hopeful. Ben is super hopeful. He is glass half full. I am glass half empty. He is positive. I am more negative. He is confident. I am a doubter. I am happy to be wrong. So, but at least we know epic and fun will be coming in, if you believe Ben, 1,305 days, which is January 1st, 2024. Now, if you were up on Discord, I don't know, about 2 weeks ago, Cynthia came in and started talking about the 5 paragraphs. Some of you are a little lost because you're not in Discord, so I'm going to go over it painstakingly. I'm sorry, but I'm at least going to give a little bit of an update and then a little bit of updates on that. So here we go. So basically, Cynthia came in and said she's been working with 3 documentarians. She was able to read the 5 paragraphs that are in the binder, this famous binder. Shiloh put out the binder on one of the pictures. And I'm sorry, I don't know how to click all this stuff. That's usually what Mike's for. And basically, Shiloh has said, I don't want that out because that's part of the story. You can't put out the 9 Mile Hole part until the rest of the story can be told. So Cynthia, and I give her a lot of credit. She actually traveled to Yellowstone. She actually traveled to Santa Fe to try to get kind of an answer to, so I can't put it out. I can't just post that 5 paragraphs because it does describe why 9 Mile Hole was important to Forrest, etc. And he said, absolutely not. And went into some legalities, suing. It's his family story to tell. So I give Cynthia a lot of credit. If you don't know, she lives in Vegas, so she did have to travel in. She did get kind of a reward because she got to have some drinks with Shiloh and his girlfriend. She got to, wear the bracelet. She got, some FaceTime with Shiloh, which is great. So basically, if any searcher gets the story, he has said, the family, I don't remember the exact wording, they'll take legal action or defend the family story legally or something like that. So basically, if any searcher gets the story and puts it out, he will take legal action. Now, another update that came is John Collins Black gave Copper Dan an update, and maybe this was maybe 2 months ago, that said he's checked with his attorneys and he's able to share the olive jar. Kind of like Shiloh may legally defend. How I took it, my conjecture part is Shiloh may say that I can't say what's in the olive jar, but I've already checked with my legal team and that's not an issue. And he gave a time frame. Copper Dan, I see you in here. I don't remember the exact time. I think he said a few months or by the end of the year or something. So we're a little bit out. USA China asked, I'm sorry, I've kind of been neglecting this. Let's see. Shiloh had 3 margaritas and then had to fly in the early morning to a tropical paradise. Yeah, it sounds like he's super busy right now. So he's not able to get the story out for greedy and selfish searchers because he had 3 margaritas and then had to fly in the early morning to a tropical paradise. Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks for that update, Candy. Galaxy, who even cares other than the 200 people here? We get about 1,000 about 1,000 people on watching the videos. We have on any given day about 10,000 people checking Thor. I think there's something hokey going on. There was a big blip. I think there's a few thousand people, and it depends on what the story is. If the story is 9 Mile Hole, Sadhorn, we already know that. That's what's so odd to me is the 5 paragraphs just go over, and a lot was shared. I'm not saying this was shared in Discord. I know a lot of the troll accounts are like, K-Pro's lying. K-Pro is repeating what is on Discord said by Cynthia and others. And so anyway, who cares about the other 200? Yeah, but there's 200 people still here. So why not for the 200 of us still interested that signed up for this hunt for 10 years? I'm not going to go Ben nuclear like Ben did because he does it so well. I'm just going to say I'm extremely disappointed that a statement would be made by the family that we are greedy and selfish for only wanting to wait 1,025 days and we need to wait 1,305 days. If it was framed a little bit different, maybe it wouldn't have been so harsh and something that I didn't appreciate hearing. But anyway, let's see. Hold on. I lost some. Will Shiloh tell the whole story? You would have to ask Shiloh that. It depends on what you consider the whole story. I'm interested in what happened with Jack, the ending, September, all the way till June 5th. I have no indication that, and I wonder if Shiloh would be okay with that story, because that's really Jack's story, if that can come out or not, or is he, so since they have a joint defense agreement, is Shiloh acting on behalf of Jack, saying Jack will sue? That's just a guess, but nobody's asked that question. Since there's a joint defense agreement and he's saying he's going legal, maybe it's Jack. I didn't think about this till now. Maybe Shiloh is in cahoots with Jack. I don't know. Okay, so he didn't give any timeline for opening the jar. Oh, well, that sucks. Okay, so let's go back to Discord. So then that night on Discord, things erupted. There was discussions about John Collins Black is working with a documentarian. He did give an interview. So it holds true to John. What John said is he's not a documentarian. So it sounds like he's working with a documentarian. And, I'm assuming that means he opens the jar, if you will. So yes, leak it, screw Shiloh. Well, that's a hard one. Like Ben has said, if you have the 5 paragraphs, you cannot post them on Discord. If you do, they'll take it down because they need permission from Shiloh, so there's legalities. And when you have people that have trust funds that are bigger than, any amount of money you can make. Now, John Collins Black and Shiloh, they could battle at that level. That's a scary thing. Even if he won't win, oftentimes in this country, it's the person with the most money that wins because they can just throw money after money after money. So, yeah. Do all the documentarians know the 5 paragraphs? I don't know. You would have to ask Cynthia that question because, I'm talking on what I saw in Discord. So I will leave, I think more than one documentarian knows that, how many and all of that. That would just be conjecture, and I don't want to do that. Don't you think Shiloh's book would be released on a significant date, such as Forrest's birthday? Mike N., Shiloh made it clear. So when we had dinner with him the night of the trial, he said that Forrest really wanted Shiloh to put in a lot more of what he wanted out. And Shiloh is very clear. This is his book. This isn't Forrest's book. Shiloh is going to be going over his story and his father's story. It seems like his father's an amazing man because he gave us some stories of just, some really cool stuff about him. He said that, he collected a lot of the pieces that were in TTOTC in the treasure chest. So he's going to go over some of that. And then he is going to include some of the Forrest stuff. But he was very clear, at least to me, this is his book. This is not, he's going to include some of his grandfather's stuff, but this is kind of his piece. And so, I don't know, would he do it on a significant date for Forrest when it's his book? Maybe he'll do it on his birthday or I don't know. Yeah. 6 people died. Many don't have a lot of time left. Yeah. So I kind of more side with that. So I'm not going to continue to belabor the point. I just don't think, or maybe it's because I don't think searchers that have lost their family, the searchers that really committed for years and years, the people that have become friends with, all of that they're greedy and selfish. Shiloh has 100% control over his story. Yeah, it sounds like he's in charge and he's doing it when he wants. He said, I can take 10 years if I want. I'm doing it on my time. So we're greedy. We're selfish. He's doing it on his time. He may take 10 years. Suck it. That's how I take it. But that's just me. Maybe I'm just not fun. Maybe I'm not epic and fun. I'm more serious and want an ending. But I guess maybe I'm the minority. Shiloh is really religious. I'm assuming it might be related to either January 17th or Easter. I won't comment on that. Okay, so let's go back to Discord for a second. So we had that drop. We had the info drop about John Collins Black's given an interview. This is pretty significant. I think it's pretty significant. So that's pretty amazing. The 5 paragraphs that confirms a 9 Mile Hole, and Shiloh doesn't want it out. Why doesn't Shiloh want information? But he confirmed the 5 paragraphs because he said, I'll be really upset. It's kind of like when at WSOF, it was dropped about the 150-foot string, and he said, nobody has any information, insider information. But the 150-foot string has an amazing story. So he kind of confirmed it. So when Cynthia asked, can I put out the 5 paragraphs about 9 Mile Hole? He said, no, because it all has to come out together. And I would be upset if you did that. Doesn't that kind of confirm that there's 5 paragraphs about 9 Mile Hole? I don't know. And then there was a lot of details dropped about it. There was particular quotes that were put in it to kind of give some detail that it was actually the case, but I don't know. Where is Jack Stoof now? I don't know that. I've heard when he did the heritage auction affidavit, his notary was from Tennessee. There you go. Okay. Okay. So another update is Justin came in, and Justin, this was over a week ago, and I talked a little bit about it last week, but he's been in more since then. Justin came in and basically said, if he was LLC, he can't talk for about another 3 weeks because LLC needs to finalize, be done, and then he can talk as a searcher about his experience as LLC. So he kind of said it without said it. He said it more eloquently. He danced around it, but then he said, but if I was LLC, do you want me to answer any questions? And he went on and gave so much good information. He said Heritage was very difficult to work with. He will not work with them ever again. He did talk about pictures of the inside of the chest. He said he does not believe there's 2 treasure chests, but he can provide those after this timing, about a month out. Timing is done. So I still think those alleged 5 paragraphs are using Flywater, River Bathing, Beth, My Water for Me, and Concy. Well, once you read them, you'll see. But it's definitely about 9 Mile Hole. So there's that. Okay, so Justin dropped a lot, and he answered, I think the first day, 3 or 4 hours of questions. People had a lot of questions. He was very, I think, appropriate, where he said, I can't answer that this time, but I will later. I asked him the question, have you ever paid off a searcher to not give us information to the community? And he said he was regretful about that if it happened, but if he did pay off a searcher, he wouldn't be able to comment on it because that was a part of their NDA. And I was appreciative that he was regretful of that, but I think we could have gotten a lot more. He did talk about the cameras. Justin came on camera denying he was LLC. Oh, and he talked about putting up the cameras hypothetically, and if he did that, why he would have done that. So he was very genuine, and he said he was regretful for a lot of things, but did explain a lot of things. I think it's hard when maybe you have told some things that are not exactly the case, and then there was a reason for it, and now you have to say, okay, I'm regretful of that. Basically, sorry I lied, but I think he has an interesting story, and I was appreciative that he was in there, at least engaging. I think everybody has their role in this hunt. He definitely has a unique vantage point. He owns the treasure chest. He owns the dragon bracelet. There's some other things. So Yeah, so I think there was a lot that he was giving. There was a lot Cynthia was giving. There was a lot about the olive jar person. The really interesting part is John Collins Black came in the next day and was like, what's Justin's handle? And he got Justin's handle. So he's either reading it or reaching out to him, which I thought was super interesting as well. Unfortunately, a lot of people wanted actual evidence, like the 5 paragraphs. Cynthia, I don't care about your story. 5 paragraphs, post them or basically go away. And it really sucked because they did. So the last few days or the last week or so, I know Cynthia's been rather quiet. There was kind of a resounding negative tone. And there was a lot of tension, and I think good tension. Like Ben and I have gone back and forth and kind of battled it out functionally. I mean, I'm okay with the battle that we have because we're intellectually trying to say, should we see this as a positive or negative? Is Shiloh in the right? Is Shiloh maybe need to be a little bit better about his wording? What does that look like? Should we just be positive? Should, and we went back and forth. And like Justin coming in, Justin had said he was regretful. He didn't use the word lied, but I will. He lied about a few things and he needed to, and there's some backstory to it and he's going to be able to talk to it, but he gave a lot of answers. Is that good? Do we not want to hear a story? Cynthia came in. She gave us a lot of detail to the 5 paragraphs, but she didn't post the 5 paragraphs. Some were saying, then go away. Like, we don't want to hear your story and we don't want to hear Dale's story and we don't want to hear, Justin's story. We want to hear, and I disagree with that because now we're back in the cone of silence. We can take things as stories and then see what we can do with them. So I think we're going to lack from at least, I've talked to 1 or 2 of the people and I think it's unfortunate. But I think stories are okay. Even if it's like, I know this, it's their opinion. They know this in their opinion and things can be wrong. Like I knew GPS and we put 5 exclamation points, but I was wrong later. As long as you're willing to say you're wrong, I would have rather hear their story rather than them to get kind of hounded on and now they're gone because of the you need to be quiet if. And there was.
Did you say you were wrong?
You? No. Mike said he's wrong about a lot of things. I'm sorry, what?
I thought you said.
I said I was wrong about turd. You still believe in turd.
April says she's wrong.
Oh, you hit the cha-ching. Yeah. Go away. No, I'm in charge. He wants to be in charge of wrapping this up. Okay, I hate this headset. Okay. I never said woman, I never said stories, I said salts. Okay. You didn't? Okay. Well, I just know this specifically was sent to me as part of the reason. Okay, so this isn't the case. I don't care about Justin's story or Dale's or Cynthia's. That's my point. Candy, you said it. You might have said it in a very emotional time, but nobody cares about Justin's story or Dale's or Cynthia's either. That's my point. Those things make it, and Jeremy lit the world on fire. So I'm not blaming any one person, but no, it's there. This is on Discord. There's no question. It's there. So no, and it's, again, not about any one person. There was just so much negative that it's okay. They did what some asked, some very loud voices asked. They went away. So we won't get the stories, but okay. It's not about any one person. Again, I'm just saying okay, Mike, this is okay. Okay. So let me keep going. So we have Justin that dropped a lot of stuff and a lot of details about inside of the chest. He did say that the underneath of the chest is different than that was in TTOTC. He has that. He talked about just a lot. And I think he's going to have a very unique story. And I think it would be really cool to have that come out. Okay. So it seems that we have more lawsuits brewing, which is unfortunate. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I will say it's really sad now that we not only have searchers and I don't know a lot about the searcher YouTube stuff, but we actually have documentarians and searchers now in litigation situations, and it is not epic or fun. And it doesn't make them greedy. It just makes us want the ending. And we're all getting so frustrated at each other. I hope cooler heads prevail. Things calm down a little. I have reached out to both of the people involved. And I'm hoping that maybe we just find a common ground. But again, I'm not getting involved in any lawsuit. I'm just trying to say cooler heads prevail. Anyway, Forrest, I did not tell anyone, so you won't accept that as true. Right. Just like he said, everybody can have the treasure chest, but Rick, he said Yellowstone, if you find it with this guy. I think Forrest is like all of us. I think there were some things he said to cover himself. That's, I don't know. That's my opinion. Okay. So, okay. So right now it seems that we have Cynthia saying she's working with 3 documentarians. So there's 3 documentarians. Getting threatening letters about lawsuits are not fun. Yeah, not epic or fun. It's epic because it's so like way out there, but yeah, it's not fun. Searchers are in, I don't know, maybe there's a way that things could be accelerated a little bit. I don't know. Yeah. So, okay. So something that is related, and some of you guys don't think that it's related, but there is a major breakthrough on major breakthrough that I cannot share the story, but Ben and Alan have been working for a long time. And they had a major breakthrough. And they actually believe that this is an active treasure hunt now. I will not say I go that far, but I will say it is amazing the potential relationship it has with the Forrest Fenn and the Forrest Fenn hunt. So yeah, I will leave that for Ben to discuss, but he did say it's okay for me to say, oh my gosh, there is a significant update there. I hope he shares. It would be, I mean, when you go, like, I hate to say, when you go like a year, kind of like the Jamie McCracken trial, when we got all the emails and you go so long with nothing and then you get something, they did the hard work. They have been working behind the scenes, really working through it. And they had a major, major update. So, but it's going to take a few more to get everything solidified. And maybe that's what the story is. That's epic and fun. I have no idea. Who is this person? Why am I getting creepered? What do you need, honey? Okay. Please hold, everyone. I have to have Mike the. No, I'm the address. Hit enter. There we go. Okay. 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 Ben's really quiet about his $1 million hunt. I think he has been clear that his impossible poem has to be done before he can even talk about that. I don't know, though. I didn't follow that enough, so I don't know. So, okay. Oh, this is just super interesting since we do have Taylor Swift that was called out as a as one of the litigants or one of the defendants in the chase. If you guys don't know, the creator of Xavier Marks, if you guys remember, we had Hillary and Tree on. Tree is the head attorney for Taylor Swift right now in some big lawsuit that she's in. Give me some tickets. I think that means it's, I don't even want to joke that he's like, he knows the answers or something. But what an odd and awesome like relationship. This search community is so big and so eclectic. That was interesting to me. Okay, so we have okay, so that's the major updates. I didn't do a PowerPoint. I almost went and captured everything that was said, but I'm kind of getting out of the PowerPoint business because even if, so here, let me ask you, what would you do? If you had the 5 paragraphs that basically outlines why 9 Mile Hole is important, Shiloh has said, if you put it out, my family will take legal action. What would you do? Would you put it out? Would you just share it with friends? Would you wait for his story? What would you do? I don't know what the right answer is because I see all sides. I see searchers seeing like, this is us. This is a part of the community. Why are we waiting for like a documentary or a book or a payday for the family, you know, but they've gone through a lot. The family's gone through a lot. So I see that side, and Shiloh wants to put it out in a certain way. And he says there's more to the story. And when there's more to the story, maybe there is a reason that it has to delay. Like we don't know what we don't know. Like at the beginning, I'm like, Jack's fake because he won't put his name out. Well, once we found out about Yellowstone and Puerto Rico and all of that, honey, I'm on live. Okay. Didn't know because he plays with the cat and talks and sings and does all that with the cat. Okay. I would spill it big time. I can wait. K-Pro, let's just wait. We can have a new chapter to the chase. I think that's what Fenn would have wanted. I'm going to disagree with I'm okay with the let's just wait. Forrest would not have wanted us to wait over 1,000 days. Forrest was ready to speak. I wonder, Candy, if it wasn't Shiloh, would you still be saying that? If it was like Zoe or someone else, would you still be saying that? I just wonder. If I had JCB money, I would put it out. Okay. And JCB sounds like he wasn't worried. He gave an interview and the olive jar, I believe, might have been open. Did you see all that mites? And in my opinion, ish. And I'll leave it at that. I don't want to be sued. Anyone can say anything they want about the solution to puzzles. I'll sue if you put it out as a huge streaming pile of BS. Great U.S. treasure hunt. Yeah, and it's not even the person. If the person wanted to, but it's the person's, yeah. Poll. I wish I knew how to do that. She never let me. Okay. New comments. Click here. Okay. I don't want to wait 10 years. End of the year is cool. You have no idea what Fenn wanted. In my opinion, I do because Forrest told me he wanted it out. You and Cynthia come for an interview the week after the finale. I'm not wanting to wait anymore. The search community deserves this. So unless, well, no, I believe I know because I heard it from Forrest. And you can ask Cynthia that because that's what we were going to do. Yeah. I don't need the 5 paragraphs. I use TTOTC to get to 9 Mile Hole. Emotions and logic, memories and time, birth and death, all of 4 shared 5 paragraphs just validates the finder. Okay. So, okay. So some of you, I don't know how to do a poll. Some of you have said you'll wait. Some of you won't. Now here's my question. Let's say we get to day 1305. And it's not out. Well, it's delayed. I need another year. Well, the book printer didn't blah, blah, blah. The documentary had an issue. I'm going to need more time. Sorry, guys, sit tight. Then what do you think? After day 1305, which we've even padded a little for Shiloh because we're not greedy or selfish. We wanted to give him we gave him like 9 months plus a few weeks. What happens after 1305? What happens after January 1st? For those of you that are saying, okay, we'll wait. What do you say after day 1305? Because he's saying we have 70% of the story, which is pretty cool, but we don't have the other 30%. So what do you say? 7% will be waiting for 5 years, but it doesn't even matter. It could be Forrest saying it on a video and they're going to come up with something different. Shiloh just needs a little fire under his butt. He'll make it. Well, he's vacationing in margaritas right now. So I don't know who's going to put a fire in his. Well, Ben will go ballistic again. And it sounds like it worked. I mean, even though it's unfortunate that Ben had to go to war to get some answers of timelines, but kudos to Ben. He got some answers, which is cool. Time to cut your losses and move on. David, you know you can't do that. I can't do that. None of us can do that. Run your solve is wrong too. Forrest is symbolic. There's a day and an hour. Forrest is dead, moisturizer. So this isn't Forrest's decision. Or do you think Shiloh is waiting because of Forrest? See, I thought the opposite because of what Forrest told me and Cynthia. And Cynthia, well, I shouldn't say that. What about the 1%? I don't know what that means. I don't think it matters what we say. We are no longer the audience. The masses are. Yeah, Q, unfortunately, I do think you're right there. The major documentaries, they're going to put, okay, here's the other thing I think. When the epicness and fun comes out, I think it's good. Let's just say there's a Chase 2.0. I'm not saying there is. Here's Chase 2.0. But all of what happened at the end of the chase, I don't think is going to be included in whatever epic and fun is coming. And that's what I want. Ben and I debated this. Whatever comes out, let's say December 31st, let's just give them the last day, on day 1305. If it's epic and fun 2.0, I still want the answers of what happened to the last one. It's kind of like X marks the spot. If you do 2.0, you needed to know what happened on 1.0. And they did that. They didn't do it well. I think Ben did a great job, trying to deliver the message of it was a shit show, basically. Same situation. I think they need to put out what the shit show was. I don't know if they're going to. I'm not confident they will. I think they have a joint defense agreement. So how can they put the story out? Maybe all Forrest was going to do was say, wait for 2023 or 2024. We're waiting for 2024 now, or 2025 or 2026. No. And the reason, Treasure Warriors, I don't think that's the case is I asked Forrest what is on the table and off the table. And he said the 9 clues and the final location is off the table. Any other questions? And I sent him maybe, or talked to him, and I said, what about the word that's key? He's like, yep, can give you that. I said, what about the hints on which pages of TTOTC? He said, yep, I can give you that. And then I put a thing up on Thor. We started asking questions there, and on Facebook, what other questions would you like to ask if you had one? And we had hundreds of questions. Shiloh's wet behind the ears. Any Chase point will be wet lettuce. Forrest isn't, okay. Watch Taylor Swift video. Okay. Yeah. And I do think there's 2 distinct, important stories that are going to happen. Whatever the epic and fun in the future, and it could be different than the ending. So we have the ending and what we call 2.0. Whatever that is, I think are 2 different things. And here's my question. And I think it'd be interesting to see what Shiloh answers. If we find out he's been clear, you can't put out 9 Mile Hole, but what if we found out more like Puerto Rico? We didn't know that before. Like Jack found it like Condor, like Jack found it in 2019. Are we able to put the rest of that together as long as it doesn't say what 9 Mile Hole's 5 paragraphs and what the answer is? Because there's a lot of people that just want this. Like, I just want this. I just want the ending. 2.0, it'll be nice. I'll be interested, but what I really am here for is the ending of the chase. Ben thinks they're interlinked, so he's like, no, you need one with the other. I don't. I think we could have 9 Mile Hole confirmed what happened at the end, what happened with Jack, why scrapbooks that say retarded, why Puerto Rico, why 20. That's the answer I want. This other answer, kind of cool, but not as important to me. If there's a Chase 2.0, sorry, I'm out. Like, no, thank you. It's already been the handing off has already been challenging, or an S show. Okay. Okay. So let's see. We talked about the days. We talked about Ben and Alan. Ha ha ha. We talked about Justin. We talked about Johns Collins Black. You could give this out to. Well, you could just give it out to the whole search community rather than waiting on one particular documentarian. Wouldn't that be cool? Because then you could just put this all to bed. But I don't want to encourage illegal behavior. I don't even know. John's saying it's not illegal. Shiloh's saying it is, or the family will take legal action. I don't know, but there's 2 people with deep pockets. I'd go to that trial. I'd want to hear what's at that trial. Yeah. So yeah. Let's see. If the tie the chase is anything else, it's foolish. If they tie the chase with anything else, it is foolish. Yeah, but I agree. Then what are we waiting for? Jack didn't research Puerto Rico enough. Okay. I'm confused. The majority of the community did this for the treasure. I'd assume they'd pick another chance treasure. Very few choose the story. I choose the story. I know some people have said X marks the spot. They were totally up for X marks the spot 2.0 because of their experience of 1.0. They wouldn't choose to participate. I think some would say 1.0, we don't have an ending. We don't have this. We don't have that. I wouldn't choose to participate in 2.0, especially of how we've maybe been called some adjectives that are less than appealing, greedy, and because we want the ending. I think that would be why. Can you imagine Shiloh running a hunt? Doesn't bear thinking about. Okay. So, okay. Then we talked about lawsuits. I really encourage people that are in lawsuit mode, let cooler heads prevail, because it's just going to stop things from coming out even more. In my opinion, I see all sides of it. I think it's unfortunate, and I think hopefully they find a way through, so then documentaries don't get tied up in court, because that could be just that's my opinion. If you want to reach out and discuss, I am willing to at least discuss my perspective on it. But yeah, say I produce a 5-paragraph solution. What are they going to sue me for? What did I do? They believe it's copyright infringement because you wrote. So no, Great U.S. Treasure Hunt. What if you wrote the poem, the 5 paragraphs, and you died? and it's yours, but you handed it to someone that then discovered the treasure. But you said all along, your son owns the copyright. Your son wants to wait for a book or a documentary, to kind of, get the financial return from it before they put it out. But that finder says, wait, I found the treasure. I should be able to put it out. And your son says, no, I'm going to sue it if you do that. My dad's gone. I own it now. It's my way. It's not my dad's way. I don't know. I don't know is the answer, but that's kind of the analogy. Okay. What if Shiloh just publish it? Well, maybe Shiloh should just publish it first if he wants to stop them. He has a book and documentary that he's focusing on. So I think if he just publishes it tomorrow, I don't think he'll get the financial gain that maybe is the priority. Maybe. Forrest said the family owns the copyright. You can't publish it. Now there's a difference, and JK, there's a difference between publishing it. So there is about 100 pages in this book, and they publish one page. That's fair use. But if it tells an overall story, there's issues there. But under fair use alone, but that person can say, let's say, for sake of discussion, Forrest was DB Cooper, is this big epic story. If someone paid $40,000 for a knowledge jar and it said that, and he says, hey, Forrest is DB Cooper, I don't believe he can get sued. This family can sue. But even Carl said to Cynthia, like, Shiloh's not an attorney. No, of course he can put out that in general. The general topic can't even be discussed. Now, Cynthia did redact it within an hour, and so we'll pretend that, yeah. Oh, Galaxy, I'm not going there. I don't know about that. Yeah, no. I think Shiloh was talking about those who sued as selfish and greedy, but that's just a guess. Searchers that want this story out before he can put it out, well, okay. Maybe it's the game telephone. And like Shiloh told me, I'm not going to be putting out any statements via proxies. Yet, Cynthia last Friday was at the bar and said, you can put this out via text message back and forth. It's so hard because we already have Shiloh contradicting himself, which is super challenging. So maybe because we only heard it through the grapevine, Ben, so we don't know. Yeah. Let's see. I feel sorry for, okay. You cannot copyright an idea. That's, the idea of the solution is just that. If I come up with a solution, I can do whatever I want with that idea. But no matter what happens, it's going to be costly in court. So there you go. Okay. Maybe Shiloh is just buying time for him to announce first and knew the timelines of every single documentary because he had the information. Right, so we're waiting on a documentary. Great. Forrest wouldn't have waited on a documentary, in my opinion. So the good news is Ben and I have a bet. In 1,305 days from when the treasure chest was announced, which is January 1st, 2024, is Shiloh's timeline. And we even padded it a bit because we are super unselfish and super kind to Shiloh because we're so appreciative that he needs 1,305 days. So we are on day 1,025. And on day 1,305, we should have answers. It should be before that, but we should have answers. So this is super epic and super fun. And I think we should take the next 200 and however many days and, just wait for the epic and fun and try not to get sued in the meantime. Mike, I'm done. Okay. Mike's taking over. There's my update, friends.
Something new we're going to do right here.
Oh, he has the penthouse box. Yay.
Good job, honey.
Yeah.
Good job, honey. All right, everybody, as we wrap up, is a treat for everybody that stuck around for this hour and 45 minutes. We have a lot of stuff around here. We have a lot of stuff from the storage units that we've bought over the last 2 years. So I'm just going to start showing you the stuff, and maybe somebody wants to buy something, right? And the only way to do that is to get it out there. So at the end of every video, whether it's Forrest Fenn Treasure Found, whether it's a treasure hunt amusement park, whatever video we do, at the very end, I'm going to show you a couple items, and they're for sale. You're interested, you reach out to me. We'll work it out. I'll ship it. So the first one from the vast comic book collection, I happened to pull this gem. This is the world's finest 12-cent comic, Superman and Batman. Superman's Crime of the Ages. And this says... it's March number 183. So it's world's finest number 183, 12-cent comic. And the cover says, members of the UN, I accuse Superman of the most evil deed in history, and I'll prove it as soon as this man takes off his mask. And Superman says, Batman's lying. He's trying to frame me. So this comic, I otherwise title Entity Gate. This comic's for sale. You're interested, you shoot me a price. We'll work something out. I'll ship it. The other thing for the ladies is the Penthouse box. Penthouse Shoes by Ellie. I never heard of it. Maybe you guys have. Check it out. Brand new in the box. Pair of hooker high heel shoes. I hate to do it. But we got to let them go. I can't get K-Pro to put them on. I tried. We got to sell it. We got to let it go. They're size 7. So ladies size 7? I don't know. I don't know anything about them. But this was in the storage unit. They're brand spanky new. Look at these. Look at this. For your wife, for your girlfriend, maybe for your boyfriend. I don't know. I don't judge. All I know is we're going to sell it. We're going to sell it right here. Penthouse. Hooker shoes. Size 7. Or stripper shoes. However you want to do it. It comes with the brand new box. I mean, come on. You don't get much nicer than this, do you? Do you? Huh? I hate to do it. But we got to cut the price. We got to let them go. I don't know what it's worth. Shoot me a price. If you're interested, I will ship it to you. You pay for shipping. But I will. No, it's. Oh, Huli says she's not a 7. Well, this is size 7. I don't know how, women's shoes work. But that's right. Batman and Superman, Penthouse shoes for sale right here on the Cowlazars channel. Every show at the end. Next week, or actually next show, which is going to be Thursday. I think Thursday we do an Xavier Marks show. I think we just spill it all on Thursday. Treasure Hunt Amusement Park. Okay. K-Pro said sure. So at the end of that show, we've got some Asian-themed dollhouse furniture, and we've got some actual samurai swords. No, actually, this is the Xavier Marks K-Pro, the Xavier Marks proxy, Alan. These shoes, no, I don't know. These are for sale, Alan, so get your wife maybe something if you got a birthday. For your sister, for your mom. Maybe it's a gag gift. Maybe it's a gag gift for somebody in your life. Who doesn't like Superman and Batman? So give me an email. Shoot me an email, cowlazars@gmail.com. And shoot me a price, and we'll see if we can work it out. All right, everybody. That is the show. Thanks for tuning in. We will go live Thursday, and I think we're going to do an hour just on Xavier Marks. It's time to get that one solved. All right. We'll see you next time, everybody. Let's try that again. We'll see you next time, everybody.
Bye.
Soundboard's back. We're going to use it a lot more next time.